Ghana Premier League, but certain wins now appreciate Abubakar Ouattara to stay in affairs of Accra House of Folk by winning against the famous win against Young Apostles, Mediama, and Accra Lions. But when you're on and off season this season by losing against Gold Stars at home, Dreams FC, and a board draw against Adriana, which during the start of that season, no be him say Adriana a team now it was there for House of Folk to win against. But unfortunately, 10-man Adriana equipe Abubakar Ouattara team for a 0-0 game. So it make things complicated and my crowds of folk. But during the second round, I'm finding feed game I'm winning against Accra Lions. But after certain period, no, I'm losing against quite recently. I'm losing against Dreams as the current. That is the current coach of Asante Kotoko. I'm could be any Kulusu. I'm could ball 1-1. That was a famous and emphatic win. So win propagate Coach Ouattara and Manitime. But for the likes of Bekum Chelsea, I'm could lose by 1-0. Obo against Heart of Lions, Mumbo 1-1 at Legon Sports Stadium. For the top sides, no, you start to Gold Stars, House of Folk, number 1-1. Second team Nations, House of Folk, Etnafi Elusu against Nations. For the third club, Heart of Lions, Accra House of Folk, winning so much no, by a 1-0 at Legon Stadium. Kotoko, the fourth side, Omnium a year to play. But for the other clubs, no, for Kerala FCC, House of Folk, Itima, and the board draw last week. Dreams FC has lost by 1-0. Vision, ball 1-1 at Okreku Temas Sports Stadium. For the likes of Mediama, has a winning by 1-0. For the likes of Samates, has and so a ball draw Ewo Mohonum. They are yet to play against Samates. For the likes of Young Apostles, has it me a show Ewo Winchi Honum. Yemba Accra teams in Legon cities, Accra Folk a show Muhumunawi. And Accra Lions has any on board draw first leg as I show mo a Accra and now Wafa Park on them. Yeba Asante Regional Kotoko has a reunion board this weekend. For the Western region, we have Gold Stars, we have Mediama Samates. Has yet to pick a point at the Western region currently. I'm taking a point from Mediama. Illusu to Samat border against Samates, Ebo Illusu against Blue Stars. So they took 4 points out of 6. For Accra games, I'm ball against Legon Cities, home and away. I'm share Legon City that 6 points. I'm share Lions. Emani count, Emani 8. But I'm ball draw back. Emani 9. For the northern side, your Kerala FC, Kerala House of Folk, and your mob ebo 1-1 ewo Krumha, but I'm quite sure Mobako. For the Volta region, that's heading to the Brunner Afro, Hasselhoff Lisu to Aduana Stars. In Stratamine, as of the time now in Stratamine, now Hasselhoff any on 1-1 or crash person. That was a very bad result. Heading to Bechim, almost lose to 1-0 by Kwesi Tompo. But for Bekum Chelsea, only winning Accra by 2-1. In started among man to man, because that time, as of the time now, as a match, but now it started a playoff from that game. Adriana Umbo 1-1, 10 against 11, which started the pressure 9-9 amount to Watawa. So for Bechim, winning, that was their first win in the season. Almost 2-0. But Lisu Kankes City Kwesi Tompo Nana Kramansa Sports Stadium Bechimo. Nana Fosijia Boys Sports Stadium, sorry. Against Young Apostles, winning Accra by 1-0, but almost like winning Honum. So fairly Accra's folk I on and off. Now pressure on mounting on Accra's folk say winning this season based on the fact say Accra's folk are a dominant side this season, and much is expected from Ouattara. From the signings, Yinya Benjamin Sarri Obeng, Yinya Yaya Adraman, Yinya Free Boateng, Yinya Husseini Sani Muhammad, Kwesi Asma joined in the second round, Setose joined in the second round. Mike Lapido was reinstated to the team after confusion about between Onen Company Ouattara, but finally it was settled down. We had a man joining from Gold Stars. We have Mauli Wayo also joining from Gold Stars. We had Hussein joining from DBB United. And you say, Coach Diet also joining to beef up the technical team. So Yetima that you see across folk and their dynamics towards the Classic when I this week. That is the foremost and the biggest match in Ghana Premier League. For Kotoko, Ian started Kotoko a boy against for the Legon City, almost Legon City by 1-0, and lose by 2-1 in Accra. Accra's of winning by 1-0 in Barbara Sports, but you play the El Clasico. For Accra Lions, winning by 1-0 Obuasi when Kotoko was in Obuasi. And lose by 3-1 against Accra Lions Accra Sports Stadium, which was part of the process to sack Ugun. Yeah, more details about that. So for the Volta Club, we had Pandu Heart of Lions, Kotoko, Eshomo, Elusu by Hanum, Omlusu Obuas 1-0, and Kobo 1-1. Emphatic 1-1 draw at Pandu Sports Stadium. Let's head to the Eshomo, Elusu by Hanum, Omlusu Obuas 1-0, and Kobo 1-1. Emphatic 1-1 draw at Pandu Sports Stadium. Let's head to the Western region where Kotoko any Gold Stars Ebo 1-0 Ewo Krumha Kankes City Pampuku go Oshema Kotoko. Omni Samates Ebo Hanum Omo Samates Samates by 1-0. Omo ko Samaboy winning by Ebo draw 1-1 draw. Mediama Kotoko any Omo 1-1 draw. Pampuku taking the lead before Kamadin Mahmuda the best right back currently in Ghana League. No, it's Asante. Let's head to the northern region where Kotoko, Ebo, Karela, Omni Karela, Ebo, Krumha, Lisu, Shomu by 1-0, and call that time I go Shomu by 1-0. For the racing region, we Basake Holy Stars Efrim. Basake Holy Stars, Kotoko, any ball 1-1 or Basake, a Shomu back or have, and a Vision FC for Accra. Vision FC, Kotoko, any Shomu emphatically by 4-1. Kotoko is here to play against Vision at the Okraku Sports Stadium in Tenland. For the BA clubs, no Kotoko first Ebo against Inswate. Almost Inswate 1-0 ha. Call Inswate normally do by 1 goal, which led to the famous pole issue no scaffold no. But Kotoko ended losing that game. For Doma Ediana Stars, for the first time in Kotoko history, Kotoko Eshe Ediana Stars. Since Ediana joined Ghana Premier League 10 years ago, Kotoko team share Ediana by 2-0. Anna Ombeshe Omu 1-0 Ewo Krumha, Kankesi Kwampuku. For Bechin United, no, Kotoko, any Omu Ebo, that is 1-1 Ewo Krumha. Kwesi Tumpu na share goal no. Anna, sorry, Elisha Usun share is Elisha Anyako share Ewo Krumha. And some penalty Lodamo share Aziz. For the away game on boy, no, Kotoko, any Omu Ebo. 1-0, Kotoko lose. Can't see Kwesi Tumpu, famous long wager. It led to Kamara being benched for Frederick Asai to reclaim the post. So for Bekum Chelsea, Kotoko anyone ball 1-1 El Krum Hanum. And Hanum Daniel Jete, famous Solugua or share that famous Wednesday group or share non-drop free kick from Michael Chedamna lead to go. So these are the dynamics between the two clubs heading to the El Clasico this week. So it's me previewed matches number about this season. So for the Accra teams, so Kotoko Akobo against Accra Lions Elusu. Omabo against Vision. Oma pick 3 points. Omabo against Accra pick 3 points. That is 6 for the Accra teams. So we narrowed down to Accra's folk, which is based in Accra, right? So Accra's folk, any omo Kotoko, any Vision, omunya 6, omune Accra Lions, Elkroma, omunya 3 points. So let's start with Accra's folk. Accra's omunya 3 points. Omune Heart of Accra Lions, omunya 3 points, that is 6. Vision, Omunya 3 points, that is 8. So far, Kotoko out of a possible 20 points, and Kotoko 6. Kotoko is yet to win in Accra. For a matter of fact, Oma visited Legon City, Omulusuye. Oma visited Accra Lions, Omulusuye. They are yet to meet Vision and Accra's folk. But in terms of away victory for Asante and Accra, Kotoko is yet to win in Accra this season. And the funny thing is, Kotoko Abo against Vision, Abo against Legon City and Accra Lions. These two clubs have basically been relegation battle for almost the entire season. So it is cause for more concern for Karim Zito and Accra's folk. But in terms of away victory for Asante and Accra, Kotoko is yet to win in Accra this season. And the funny thing is, Kotoko Abo against Vision, Abo against Legon City and Accra Lions. These two clubs have basically been relegation battle for almost the entire season. So it is cause for more concern for Karim Zito, and a bit demanding more from the team. Say, SLM break his agency because Kotoko is known for winning against Accra teams in Accra, based on the fact that Kotoko have aside Kumasi, Kotoko a big supporters group and numbers of Accra aside Accra's supporters, Kotoko a very big and vibrant group, especially the Tema circles, the Adabraka circle, and Abusukan, which is headed by Nana Kwame Dankwa, who is also a double as the CEO of Oko United and or assistant vice president for the NCC, the National Circles, which is headed by Damenya. So much will be expected from Koroko going to Accra Sports Stadium. For Accra folk, for the Asante teams, we have only Nations and Koroko. So first leg, has a point from Nations Omulusu against Koroko. Ewo Babaya Sports Stadium. So in their game against Asante teams, Oma Peke only 1 point. That was at Abrankesi Sports Stadium. So in terms of meeting Asante regional teams, which is represented by Kotoko and Nations, has taken only 1 point. So let's now read down to their home games again. Their home games for now. For now, has Elusu against Gold Stars at home, and now Mulusu against Dreams FC at home. For Koroko, sorry, Sementima, I remind them, Koroko is yet to play against Dreams FC, Vision, and then Accra Folk for that 3 points. So for their away on Kotoko, Ashe Dreams, home game, Ashe Dreams, or Ashe Vision, and Ashe Accra Lions. So these are the dynamics Accra Folk ne Kotoko. Ewo. So Memamu the probable 11. Memamu a combined 11. They be looking to Watara tactics now, so deploy on Sunday. Karim Zito deployment of tactics on Sunday. So let's start with probables. It's likely say Kamara, Pema Intel, no, it's likely to start on Sunday for Koroko. For right back, no, Lordamwa, I pick an intel today, say Lordamwa started training there. So it's likely Lord or Michael Asma ever starts. But for Asma, Asma has a situation at hand, say Asma is suffering from a hamstring injury. So for the last 2 or 3 games in Kotoko, micromanage Asma games. They have turned on to managing in the first half. Some after the first half, and I say 60th minute no matter some. So that is a problem if physical now. Michael Ajiti, based on the current form not by Ajiti 89 for the past 2 years, so he's now regaining his form. So it's more likely we see a much fitter and agile Ajiti maybe probably next season. So I think say based on Kakobeche, the time Lord Amoni Hono to meet the by due time, you know, it's an injury, no, I am more, it's not or struggle with the pace of the game. So for the last two games, coach Ogun Zito Abench Adete. So it's likely say either say Benya Lord Amwa John. So for the last two games, coach Ogun Zito Abench Adete. So it's likely say either say Benya Lord Amwa joining the 11 and I say Benya Patrick Michael Asma started that position. No? For the left back, no, Patrick Esidu, since Smart I will call US where Konya famous Granny Free Camp. No. Patrick Esidu has just missed one game this season. Since I started my Asante, that was against Dreams FC. I communicate card no nya coach ebe boss position. So it's likely say Benya Patrick Patrick Esidu at that position. For the central defenders, Ablo is still struggling with knee injury and he's still recuperating. His Akalan was named between no bench, but he was out against the Magic squad against Nation FC and last game boy against Aduana Stars. So 50-50 chances say even Ablo in Kotoko Magic squad for now. So it's Samba O'Neill, Henriensu, and probably Yebenya these two defenders almost started Asante Kotoko on Sunday. So say Asma started at the right back, it will probably mean Kotoko a central defender on the bench on Sunday due to the fact that Yebenya a 3-man defenders. So it means Kotoko also either say Ablo better bench and say Kotoko any defender there bench. So it's like it's a Henry Ansu, Patrick Esiedu, Samba and Asma Ebebo Eweche Hon Metram system na last Sunday evening. Can use the system no boy. From 50 hon can use it to went straight for Intimen who has been a usual start for Asante Kotoko. And boy Babaya in 50 hon. So it's likely said these two players will start. Michael Chedram now playing in the wings. Fernando also playing at the left hand side of the wings. Chedram now playing at the right hand side of the wings. And Kwampuku, Lodamwa, Albertamwa starting leading the line for Asante Kotoko. So that is the probably 11 you want more due to any injury. No. Likely say Kotoko best started this 11. Most not likely. So any change be about either Baba Yaya will go for Justice Blue to come inside, or Baba Yaya will start and Blue will be on the bench with Sinedu and Samson Duku, Minta, and Isaac Minta, Samson Duku, and Livina Isaka Mohammed and Vitos. So for Accra Sofoku, it's most likely that Accra Sofoku will have Benjamin Asari, blaster number 1 imposed. For the right back, no, it's most certainly Yaya Adraman started training this week. But Michael Ampedu who will give will give Ampedu a very tough time. So either say Yaya Adraman and Ampedu best at the wings. For the show in 500, a likely say Ibenya. For the right back, for the left back, Ibenya Collinson. So in Fifi Honum, and I quite problem because former Wafa defender, new DBS defender, is most likely to ever started with Kelvin Osesibi. Osesibi also starting to get together with him. And I said Amufa ever starting. So it's like you say Ibinya Amufa and Osesibi. Or the worst case scenario, no, for the last few games, no, Wafa a defender, and yet this guy, if I get the name, I'll communicate to you guys. He's most likely to start that game against Kotoko. For Infinity Honor, across folk able to Collinson, Christine, Anna, set or say, for any one umbo if we set or say, Anna Hussein. So these are the probable 11 AI one more for these guys. So for the last two games, coach Ogun Zito Abench Adete. So it's likely say either say Benya Lord Amwa joining the 11 and I say Benya Patrick Michael Asma started that position. No? For the left back, no, Patrick Esidu since Smart I will call US Konya famous Johnny Free Camp. No? Patrick Esidu has just missed one game this season since started my Asante. That was against Dreams FC. I communicate card no nya quote a boss position. So it's likely say Benya Patrick Patrick Esidu at that position. For the central defenders, Ablo is still struggling with knee injury no nya and he's still recuperating. His Akalan was no between or bench, but he was out against the Magic squad against Nations FC and last game we boy against Adriana Stars. So 50-50 chances say even Ablo in Kotoko Magic squad for now. So it's Samba Onel Henriensu and probably Yebenya these two defenders almost starting Asante Kotoko on Sunday. So say Asma started at the right back, it will probably mean Kotoko a central defender on the bench on Sunday due to the fact that even a 3-man defenders, so it means Kotoko also either say Ablo better bench and say Kotoko any defender there bench. So it's like it's a Henry Ansu, Patrick Esiedu, Samba and Asma everybody which on match system na last Sunday can use the system no boy. From Fifi hon can use to went straight for Intimen who has been a usual start for Asante Kotoko. And oh boy, Babaya in Fifi hon. So it's likely said these two players will start. Michael Chedram now playing in the wings. Fernando also playing at the left hand side of the wings. Chedram now playing at the right hand side of the wings. And Kwampuku, Lodamwa, Albertamwa starting leading the lines for Asante Kotoko. So that is the probably 11 I give one more due to any injury. No, likely say Kotoko best started this 11. Most not likely. So any change be about either Baba Yaya will go for Justice Blake to come inside, or Baba Yaya will start and Blake will be on the bench with Senedu and Samson Duku, Minta, and um, Isaac Minta, Samson Duku, and Yebenya Isaka Mohammed and Vitos. So for Accra Suffolk, it's most likely say Accra Suffolk will have Benjamin Asare, blaster number 1 imposed. For the right back, no, it's most certainly Yaya Adraman started training this week. But Michael Ampedu who will give will give Ampedu a very tough time. So either say Adraman and Ampedu best start at the wings. For the show in 500, a likely say Ibinya. For the right back, for the left back, Ibinya Collinson. So in 500, and a problem because former Wafa defender, new DBS defender, is most likely to ever start with Kelvin Osesibi. Osesibi also starting to get together with him. And I said Amufa ever starting. So it's like you say Ibinya Amufa and Osesibi. Or the worst case scenario, no, for the last few games, Wafa a defender, and yet this guy, if I get the name, I'll communicate to you guys. He's most likely to start that game against Kotoko. For Infinity Honor, across folk able to Collinson, Hussein, Enna, Setosei. For any Honombo if we set or say Enna Hussein. So these are the probable 11 one more for these guys. Hi guys, yeah, continue your show now. Asante Kotoko system now my ball for the past almost 2 weeks are carrying it to by the close of this week carrying it to being almost a week with the guys plus the game against the Diana Stars. Carrying it to set up in a 4-4-2 formation, but we'll defending in a 3-back formation with Asma Sambo now as the anchor man, as a sweeper, and Henry Ensu playing at the left-hand side of the central defenders, and Asma playing at the right-hand side of the central defense line. Kamara impose no wabo Intimenu Babaya as a 2-hole. No wabo wingers Chidamna playing as the flying fullback, but at the same time, we invited joining me for this. Has a team no started build up no joining me for this. Not almost to overload the FIFA. Almost create a 3-man defense line. Now our better more ABM with Kwame Poku. Now Fernando also a defend midfielders, not only create a 4-man defense line. So in a 3-4-2 formation. But Kotoko attack no solely with Karizu to Boameshan, Karizu to love to have a flying winger. So if Peter Amidu Aqua fit for this game, it's likely say he will use Peter Amidu Aqua for this game because based on the previous things with during the African games, he loves to have his wingers crossing the ball to his central to the central the forest. That was I saw during this season, but during the AFCON time, not or a two-man forward. So we not opposite wingers every time they cross it. Emma the forest, and I said the number 10 a ball as a whole between the two forests. Not one more incisive passes at the final third. So for Kotoko shape at the back, a 3 at the back. Now for the front line, for the middle, Kotoko benya a 4-man defense line home. So we benya Babaya Intimi Chidramna Fernando. So for the press, I'll be starting with Kwampuku and Albert Amwa. Even the first line of defense. In the second line of defense, the Babaya Chidramna Amid Babaya Chidramna Intimenu and Fernando. That is second line of defense. But Fernando Price, who is most likely say real carrying injury, so a likely to miss it because Fernando more often any injury sana or periphery ma it take time and some WhatsApp and say I don't expect say Fernando ever start. It will be surprising you for me to say me who say Fernando started game that is Sunday. So the different midfield line, son of construction. For the Fernando Price, who is most likely say real carrying injury, so likely to miss it because Fernando more often any injury sana or periphery ma it take time and some WhatsApp and say I don't expect say Fernando ever start. It will be surprising you for me to say me who say Fernando started game that is Sunday. So the different midfield line, son of construction. For the defense line, always we make sure say you bring a 3 back every time. Yeah, you bring a 3 shape back in our ball. So based on the fact that asthma a pride, I could carry the 20-man strategy to replace him. So asthma Ant-Man started on Sunday. Straight ahead, Kotoko will start Justice Blay at the right back. So we'll have Justice Blay, Samba, and Henriensu. For Henriensu and Samba, no, it's 100% of my starting. But the person who ever started over right back, either Justice Blay or Asthma for now. So Obenya, the flying wingers of Patrick Essiedu acting as a flying winger, and Chidramna also acting as a right back, a right flying winger. So much of the ball, every depending on our 2 boys. Chidramna Patrick Essiedu. One thing I realized will game number ball Sunday and say Kotoko most often not Karim do was instructing Michael Chidramna and Patrick Essiedu to cross the ball, but Adriana Risaki and Alex Bachi were very resolute into Emma Kotoko struggle to find Kwampuku and Albertama. So Zito had to change the plan to use Babayaya as the whole to find Kwampuku and Albertama. So in the first half now, first goal na Eban, it was a chance created by on ball combination passes. Albert Inti menu. So immediately say Kwampuku running into spaces now or finding Kwampuku Ezu the right leg now or blast a ball into the goalkeeper hands or share. So one thing Kotoko is Coach Zito will definitely use Babaya as the whole and the first weapon be finding spaces for Kwampuku and Lodamwa Albertamwa using Babaya to find that penetration passes now about finding out two players. So Albertamwa is enya bakwa of Lafayette because not all train the movement of Kwampuku, not one can label on to honor, but Kwampuku was late to the occasion and let's watch it be blockade bona Masaudu goalkeeper of Adriana Ebeche bon. So that is the first weapon Zito be used to unleash in Accra. Second weapon is Mr. D game is or better use Michael Chidram and Patrick Esidu for crosses. So one thing is Ampedu and Kelvin Osesibi must be focused on crossing because Kotoko will using Patrick Esidu and Michael Chidam who was invited as a right flying defender. So has to be cautious of that situation for now on Sunday. So that is the second threat that Kotoko be impose your game. And the third one, ebi isu a bit more flicky ball to Albertamwa who is not good in the air. No. So very certain say you been a battle between Kelvin Osesibi and Kwampuku for the air ball. For the second ball, that is another problem for us because of Accra's folk needs to find a solution to Albert Samoa during the second ball because Albert will be using the pace to go at has defenders. So that's another situation I said has to be cautious of. So remember Accra's folk on my last game on boy against on my last game it's on combo instructor Nana Comanza Sports but I'm massive. But across the last game on boy against Nations, Lucia, on boy against Blue Stars, Lucia, on boy against Bechim United, Lucia. But their last game against Karela, on board draw raising eyebrows for Coach Watara. People were doubting if Watara is still capable of coaching Asante across foot, based on the fact that Kerala is still struggling in this league. Kerala virtually has been poor this season, but Coach Baba it may save him situation. The former coach of Samates it may save him situation. Baba Nuhu it may save him situation by getting a few points on the road, but across folk I struggle with winning convincingly during this season. So for across folk, our first threat using some wingers no. Because House of Folk do not use wingers no, they most always rely on their right back and left back. So their first point of attacking is they are using their left back no, and I'm right back no, to find Osei and I say Sinapia Asari Shankiki. So currently, no, that's what they are using for now. During the start of the season, not only to Sani Mohammed as their second option of attacking, because Sani to be taking up players, not Wamasa incisive pass no, to either Osei or Hamza Mohammed. Because Hamza is so any height no, during the start of the season, now it was solely on Hussein and Sani Mohammed to finding space to score for Accra's Folk. Set pieces is another situation I'm not Watara used to. A typical was against Bekum Chelsea, Amufa Eshe against Accra Lions. So we see that situation. And so the first was their laterals, their 2 and 3. Second was Sani Mohammed, and third we use Mauli as the super sub. Mauli is an experienced player, Wabo Liberty Professional, Kingfisher, Gold Stars. So he's well versed with our league now. No more using as the shadow striker. So either say almost start Hamza and I say if free almost as 2 players we are not these are the dynamics for Accra's Folk. Go head into the super clash against Asante Kotoko. For team Accra's Folk, one deficiency. So I'm starting from the deficiency of Accra's Folk is to Collins on board a 4-1-4-1 formation because could Watara and time more wingers. The only winger I would team is Shankiki. But on crowd, we on time using eminent start games. About the method of Collinson, set or say Hussein and Ramsey. Ewan Finfi Honum. And sir, in 54 players, we know about across folk for now. Now I start either Mauliwayo, Hamza, or if we leading the lines. For Hearts divisions, Hearts have a problem with recovering. Say, who dominate one more in Finfi they tend to use the wingers. So the only things with my Kotoko with my use is using Fernando or a fit and as a Pitamido Aqua if he recovers from the ankle injury now Kotoko announced to pin House of Folk right back now I'm not a pinning House of Folk left back for me to be pinning on one or maybe become first line of attacking for their defense because Kelvin Osesibe very lethargic and committing more mistakes. Kotoko will need to target him for the 90 minutes plus now because any moment they are Osesibe to make committing mistakes. So they will need to focus on Osesibe side one by posing more attack on that right hand side now Osesibe. So I'm doing and Osesi mu side hɔ na ayɛ sɛ Kotoko floaty balls more no funny spaces wɔ hɔnom. So that is the second division of Accra. The third division, which last, is Benjamin Asare, very weak at left hand side of the hands. Only a very good left hand side. So should you on the left hand side now, most of the times or tend to struggle with side position. So Kotoko we need to use Patrick Esiedu or in Babaya to shoot at that side of Benjamin Asare, which is very idea at IC, but most of our clubs didn't realize it. A typical was Christian Watson, who is popularly known in Kumasi as Atos Benteke. The goal was share against Accra Sofo Kpando Sports Stadium. And like Ishmael first goal was share, Omunia targeted the left hand side of Benjamin Asare. So thank you for this episode. Yerema Momo update. Welcome back. Continue the preview of Asante Kotoko and Karasford. We are now moving to the dynamics, the probable 11. Probable 11 for goalkeeping straight up, we'll go for Benjamin Asare based on his performance this season. So Benjamin Asare at the post. For the right hand side, your Michael Ampedu, Yaya Ajuman, Lodamwa. But Lodamwa has been consistent for this season. And we're very industrious for Asante Kotoko this season. So, per my 3 players, I'll go for Lodamwa. So, goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, Lodamwa as a right back. For the left back, no, Patrick Esiedu and a Collinson from Nagod FC. But straight I will go for Patrick Esiedu based on performance and me confirm it say Utuadu is no Utuadu standby list our last game against Madagascar and Chad. For the central defenders, I'll go for Osesibi. Osesibi has had an off and on season. Ablo off and on season, but Ablo has been standout. For the standout defender, central defenders in there, Samba undoubtedly miles ahead, but not to pick across full Kotoko 11 defenders near I'll go for Amufa. This is Amufa exceptional across folk. Fifth Justice Blake Collinson. Collinson has been exceptional this season based on the facts in the first season of the two managers joining us across folk as a trials player. And the one thing I go for him say Collinson was a boxer. El Bukum. Before coach who na was a son the sporting activity or joining football, is here with my back class. So for Collinson, as the number 6 straight, I'll go for Collinson because when impressing me this season, Justice Blake, we all know Justice Blake for the past 6 or 7 years in the Ghana Premier League to 8 years. We're born my local national team representing the national teams. Chan tournament ball, Wafu tournament ball, Senegal. Collinson ever started with Intimeno as a 2-man defenders for Setosei Hussein Babayaya and Emmanuel Let's start with Setosei Say so about across the into me impressed because of Ghanaian supporters and across the world especially. On to me and show the reason why SMA set to say that calling nana or one answer or Ashgood answer or call Israel or Bakruma. The whole buzz of Kotoko signing him, across the folk signing him, Kotoko Emmanuel. So for the wings, you Seviasa Shankiki, Fernando, Yesao Pitamidu Aqua, Yesao this guy Ramsey. So and I'm Mauli for the right answer, I'll make call for Mauli because Mauli has given a class of 7 goals and 6 and 4 assists this season. Very influential across the folk and has been one of the, in terms of the four lines, one of the best player currently across the four lines. August Echen Ifri Steven Asari Shankiki and if Hamza. For the left hand side, I'll go for Pitamidu Aqua based on the season we are with me. Kotoko struggle this season, but during Kotoko resurgence, I'm in a blistering form. So measure Besem is sarcastic Emma across one side of the wings, Namima Kotoko one side of them, because both teams players into me a consistent run of the season to El Clasico maybe share this weekend. So Mema Pitaman I'm occupying that side for the leading the lines straight Mema Kwampuku straight ahead say that's all leading lines because he has been phenomenal and he has been exceptional. Or 7 goals or leading or 4 goals or FA Cup. So in total or 12 goals in all matches. I'm here to record this assist one man this season. Just in the second round or by. And mind you, second round or by with Minta Samse Eduku, Asma, Ajete, and Kwame Poku himself. But why influential for Asante? Because I know we're starting more games in terms of players now because we're signing in the second round. So for the last player, remember Albertamwa because Hamza Mohamed might just 2 goals. The 3 years just to score in the Ghana Premier League was 1 goal in the FA Cup against Golden Kingston has a film match. So these are the dynamics now. If you see our upcoming Sunday game. So for the last 5 games, Kotoko winning 4, lose back. The last time Kotoko lose here was that was the return leg last 2 years on board across Sports Stadium. That's an Oklun versus Zebo. Kalib Mamankwa shares header. So these are the time since then Kotoko winning since Abubakar take over. And Tijani Kotoko Oklun versus Zebo. Kalib Mamankwa shares header. So these are the time since then Kotoko winning since Abubakar take over. And Tijani Kotoko by 4 goals to 1. Abaka Watara take over collaboration by 3 goals. And this season, almost by 1 goal to 0. So for the last 4 occasions, Kotoko has recorded more than 2 goals, and most of the goals now Asante Kotoko na ashe. So the likely we say Binya more than 2 goals on a high. But one thing is Kotoko deficiency in scoring more out. Kotoko ashe less goals away. Kotoko home games now are recording more goals for Asante Kotoko. Kotoko is yet to lose this season fee. So in terms of records, Kotoko match higher fee. So the dynamics is Kotoko likely to maybe pick a 1 point or a scoring draw ABC or Accra. For so we're moving on to Champions League. So that's the preview of the El Clasico. And then Barca and Inter on board a 2-2 draw, a 3-3 draw at Barca home. It was a very intriguing game. I love all the aspects of the game. Club they demand, but one thing was very very influential in this game is Inter Milan at a point standing 2-2 with Barcelona using the third man run into say Filippo Inzaghi sat down to watch their game against Atletico Madrid como ball. It's a 4-4 game, 4-4 scoreline during the Copa del Rey match. And Atletico share Barca La Liga by 2-1. He plans to use the third man run. So on 3 occasions or 4 occasions, Barca intelligently set an offside trapper. And man, Inter players na fall Inter almost me share Bakra referee consider as offside. But our standout player for today, very to straight up go to Yami Lamau. Very influential, giving a statement that Barca should move on from Messi, and he is the man for now. For Inter Milan, straight up Dumfries was influential, Turan was influential, but Lautaro Martinez injury might be that standing block for Inter Milan. Right. Thank you for watching this show. Like and subscribe to this channel so that we from strength to strength.